to the road, he was shivering. His muscles cramped shut. Rocks and dirt clung to the wetness of his smoldering wounds. The boy should have died right then and there, but for some reason, he kept on. Nothing could be salvaged but my Timex watch. The remains of my Chicago Bulls t-shirt were stuck to my burns, the edges curled up and black. My jeans felt baked and stiff. The double knots in my favorite pair of Nikes were a congealed ball of melted plastic. The nurses went to work with bandage scissors, working the silver jaws through my laces, through the denim, trimming away pieces of my t-shirt that weren't fused to my body. A nurse slipped the scissors under the plastic band of my Timex. "Wait," I said. "Don't cut it, please." My father bought that Timex, the last birthday gift he gave me before the heart attack. I never took it off, not even when I showered. Even though the watch was covered in soot, it still worked. "Takes a licking and keeps on ticking," I said, trying to smile, and the nurse put the scissors down. I kept the watch, thinking that the memory of my father could overwhelm how it reminded me of the day I got burned, but it didn't. I left it in a dresser drawer and didn't see it again for over 7 years. During my hospital stay, the window was my clock and only 2 times existed, light and dark. I'd wake up, my mind greasy with drugs, my body sticky with wet gauze as it clung to my worst burns. A nurse hovered over me, waiting for the eschar to ripen. Always a different nurse, depending on how the shifts fell. They scrubbed the burns clean and changed my dressing 4 times a day. Scrubbing a fresh burn to retain its rawness is a torture Satan himself may find too extreme. I thrashed hard enough to break the footing of the nurses holding me, the squeak of their sneakers lost in my screaming. Eventually, the nurses started to come in 3s. One to pin down my legs and another to hold my arms, leaving the last one to do the actual work. Out of all the nurses, the one I remember is Sandy. It was just 7 years ago, and I don't remember what she looked like. I don't remember a lot of things I should. I guess it's true that a childhood trauma punches random holes in your memory. What you don't forget is how doctors recite how hypertrophic scarring works. How your own collagen turns against you, thickening the scars, making it clear you'll never look the same. You don't forget how Sandy tells you you're hurt so bad, you're burned so deep that there is no skin left to heal itself. So they have to shave and scrub the site clean so that skin grafts can be applied. You don't forget the cop in street clothes asking you what happened, taking notes with such intensity he glances at your mummified face only once or twice, and you tell him that Randy Meadows had broken into your garage and siphoned some gasoline because he loved to huff. You smelled the fumes, and you knew you should run away because just a week before, you beat his ass near the city shed where the neighborhood kids sometimes played King of the Mountain, and kids like Randy always wanted revenge. But you didn't run away, and he shoved you into the bowl of gasoline. The fumes smelled almost pretty. They bent your vision, and you could barely see him as he sparked a book of matches. And then there was nothing but white light and a little voice telling you to stop, drop, and roll. "So he came after you," the cop said. "You ran. He shoved you into the gas and then he lit you on fire?" I nodded, but I could tell that was as much as the cop pitied me. He didn't believe my story. When the interview was finished, he said, "You're a brave boy," mostly as punctuation. He smiled without looking me in the eyes before he walked away. Brave boy? The thought filled me with rage and shame, and that's when I left him behind, I think. I just handed a different Wilder the truth, as if he were strong enough to carry it, and left him at the bus stop, listening to the rustle of activity.